All right, so this next video is detailed on taking this dent out of this car and the quarter panel and doing all the bodywork, painting the whole bit. It's long, so I'm just telling you up front, you can start skipping through it, but if you want to see all the detail, it's very detailed, the whole process. Getting the paint, matching the paint, the whole bit. All right, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you on the next one. All right, everybody, how's everybody been? Haven't made any videos in a while. I had a lot of stuff going on here, but race car is still sitting in the trailer. Not doing anything with that right now. Waiting on some parts for the other car. And got busy doing a bunch of stuff. Unfortunately, I had all my teeth pulled, so I got no teeth left right now. Just came from the dentist. They did the impression for the new ones. Hopefully that'll be quick. They told me another 3 weeks for that. But let me show you what we're doing. Got a little project going on over here. I'm going to show you how I fix it. All right, so we're working on a 2019, I believe it is, Honda Pilot. Backed into something, so you can see. I don't know if you can see that. He kind of touched it up already, but it basically got a crease going all the way there and that little line going all the way back. So first thing I'm going to do is this looks like I can rub it out. Don't feel like anything's on it. So I'm going to rub that out clean, make sure we don't have to go into that. And then we're going to fix this piece right here. All right, so that, like I said, that came out. I just got to, once I buff all this, then I'll sand that with a 2500 and buff that, and that'll all be good. So I got that taped off. We don't want nothing going in there. And it's got a little crease right at the line. And then these little dingers right here. So looks like it banged off or something. So we're gonna look at it from here. Let's see, it's hard to see it in the light. I mean, with the video camera, it's hard to see, but. All right. I'm gonna sand this spot down like that. Get it down to like bare metal. Try to ding these out a little bit, and then we'll just skim it, make a new line. Should be good. This is actually sticking. Got a little dent out, so it's got to get knocked in here. All right. Yeah, there you can see it there. All right. All right, so the 80 grit with the DA. So I knocked it down to bare metal, and I just left this so you could see where the dings are, right? So this is nice and flat. This is nice and flat. Those are dinged in. This is dinged in here and in here. So I'm gonna get the rest of that out so it's clean like that. These are dings too. I just want to show you what it looked like. We're gonna get that all off, get that paint out of there. And then I'm going to hit it with the stinger, pull these dents out as best I could. Try to get them nice and flat. And then skim coat it. All right. So I got to get it over to Andre's. So it's got 3 different, it's a tricolor, right? So it's a pearl. So it's got a base coat, an intermediate coat, and then a clear. But it has 3 variances on this code. So I looked at all 3 and it wasn't that close. So I got the mirror off, but when you bring the mirror back here, the mirror don't look right either. So I'm gonna go bring the truck back over there and let him play around with the mixture a little bit and make it right so it looks perfect, like he always does for me. And then we'll go from there. But I'm going to finish sanding the rest of this off. I'm just waiting for him to call me, make sure he's over there. All right. So now you can clearly see, right, the low spots. Like that. All the little low spots. And it's got a crease right down the center of it. So I'm going to finish cleaning them little spots out by hand. Dig them little spots out, and then the puller will dot right in them spots, pull it out. It's not deep, but I'd rather pull them out especially over here. Gotta get all them out of there. Like that. Alright, we're gonna get them all out. Because what happens is, if you leave the paint in there, right, then it basically becomes like an air pocket. Because it won't stick. And you gotta make sure you're good with that. Yeah. Alright. I'll get a little point on this thing. I'm gonna get the rest of them out and we'll go from there. These all came out. All right, so here we are. Hanging the auto body supply. Go inside and have them look at this thing.
To make it. He doesn't bring the panel, that's on him.
What's up?
John!
What's up, buddy?
¿Qué
How are you?
pasó?
I'm making a video today, so you're gonna be a star today.
Oh my goodness.
So I came by earlier.
Yes, I realized it was a tricoat car.
Yeah,
right?
we tried looking it up and it didn't match, neither one, none of them. I took the mirror off,
Okay.
but the mirror don't look right either.
Oh, the
Come
mirror.
and look at it. When you get a second, come and look at it.
We'll go check it out.
All right, so we know the mirror don't work.
Yeah, so the mirror is too light in color. So what are we gonna do? This is a tricoat.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna scuff the top layer and eliminate the look of the pearl effect.
Right, like here.
Right, and we're actually gonna concentrate on that color.
Right.
The layer one is what dictates a true color.
Right.
Pearl is just effect.
Yep.
Some people trying to put a lot of layers of pearls, it's not gonna do. If you have a layer one wrong, this is not gonna work.
Right.
So
there we go.
Let's see
right
how the
from
magic
the horse's
works.
mouth. All right, let's go get it. Show you how he does all this stuff. You guys never been in here, you gotta come and check this place out. He's got all kinds of stuff in here. Anything you need. All the chemicals, all the bondos, all the primers, all the clears, whatever you want. In the cans, any color in the can too if you need it. Somebody getting something down here. Got a million colors to choose from. All your respiratory equipment, polishing compounds, and you know what else I need?
What is it?
My slide hammer for the stinger.
Oh, okay.
You got one of the slide hammer? I think I saw one here once.
Yeah, we don't have it in stock, but I think I have mine. You can just borrow it. To use
Okay.
it.
All right, cool. All right, you're gonna get this going here. So this is why you deal with your local guy, because you're not gonna get this over the phone anywhere. Or anywhere, or Amazon, yeah, Amazon, right. You ain't getting this no place. And as you guys have seen, every car that we've done, the paint matches beautifully.
Okay, John, can I go a little bit here?
Yeah, yep.
That'd be okay?
Yeah,
Just the top layer.
yep, right there where you're going, that's no problem.
So let's start.
All right, he's gonna take care of this, and we'll get back to you. All right, so he did 1,000 first.
So typically, it doesn't have to be 1,000, but that's what I start with, just to knock off any light orange peel. 1,000, and then you switch to 2,000 or 2,500 just to smooth it out. In different directions, so it's all uniform and no haze scratches. Then we'll do 3M Trizac. A lot of guys do this with a small little sander, but this is a small spot, so it's easier to do it by hand. That's it. And then we'll wipe it.
You guys are getting the full effect of everything, so you know what it takes to do this right.
Then we'll go grab the camera, spectrophotometer, and scan. We will be scanning as a solid color. We'll select in a software as a solid color, not as a tricoat. Because we're really going for that layer 1 color.
Yep.
All right, let me bring the camera.
All right, it's perfect. The sun's coming out and everything. Can't beat it.
It's also, this is actually the way the car is positioned. It's good that it's not a bright spot. You really do not want to scan this in a direct bright sun, because the camera scans slightly different when the surface is hot. The sensors react differently. So this is very nice natural light here.
So when you look this number up, there's 3 different variances. That's why it's very important to do it this way.
So when we're scanning right now, camera is gonna go through a database of all the colors and pick the most, the closest resembles the original color. If it cannot find the color, it will give you the option to self-generate the formula.
Right.
Too much coffee, Andre's hands shake.
No, not enough.
Or maybe another.
You gotta get more. All right, check this out. I haven't seen this stuff in forever. How many people have met? Put this in the comment if you know what this is and you know the smell. It smells like cinnamon cherry or something. It's awesome. But yeah, we're gonna get a bottle of that stuff. This stuff is beautiful. So he's working on the computer. I think he's going through his
As far as the
database. Check it out.
equipment, we have access to professional like Iwata and stuff like.
All right, so you got the first little batch.
First little batch, sir.
Try it.
John prayed for it really hard.
See how close he gets in one shot.
Yeah. It's gonna be
Probably be a couple.
probably gonna be a couple. Okay. So you will notice how one that looks very light,
Yep.
but as it's gonna be drying, you will see color. Give it a couple minutes and
Yeah.
you will see a change. So I already know it needs a little bit more yellow.
Yep.
So
Yeah, look at that change.
Yeah, you see how it's,
As soon as it starts drying,
Yep,
it changes
yep,
color.
yep.
It's real close.
well, so we're gonna add
Yeah, that's
bright yellow. It needs that
Look at
little yellow brightness, yeah.
all right.
Not camera scan, as a lot of people think that camera is a magic tool. It is kind of a magic tool, but it doesn't mean you're gonna get that exact color. It will give you a good base to start with,
Right.
and then the colorist has to adjust the color to get close. So many people have that assumption that it's going to be right on the spot because it's spectrophotometer. It's not. It's like a tool, like a hammer.
Right.
You hit the nail, you got it. You missed it, you missed it. So
Right.
you have to work with it.
Yep.
No level of artificial intelligence will beat a human eye.
You got that right.
So we're adding some bright yellow.
So it's white, right? But how many colors are really in that white?
So in this particular case, we have 3 colors. We have high solid white, we have yellow oxide, and regular black. Sometimes, a lot of times, you will see red oxide in that color. But in this case, we just need to add a little bit of yellow, bright yellow. So I usually do it in small increments,
Right.
as that.
We can't see it, but it's got a scale. He's scaling.
Yeah,
He's
it's-
not doing it by eye.
So for half a pint, literally doing like half a gram. because these are concentrated pigments. So if you
Right.
just cross a certain line, it's very difficult to get back.
Right. And the other thing is, it's all recorded so that if we need more,
We can replicate the
you
formula.
can replicate
once
the
it's made,
formula.
yes.
Once the formula is made, it'll be on the can. And then a lot of experience, I'm sure.
Oh, we're still learning, all the new colors coming out, but experience helps, yes.
All right, we're gonna mix that up and go try one more time.
Our customers,
Okay.
loyal customers, make a big deal.
Okay, cool. Oh, check that shirt out. All right, we're gonna try this again. Even that one color, look at that. It's like super close.
Let's just give. We might gonna go for one more round, but maybe we'll see in a minute.
Yeah, as it dries, it changes color.
Yeah, we'll need to add a little bit more yellow. So one more round and
Yep.
it should be there.
Yep. Yep. Really close. And it gets harder and harder to see the difference, and that's what you're looking for. So you got one right there. You gotta get it at a different angle. One there, and one there. Like super, super good. But it'll match perfect when he's done with it, I'm sure. All right,
Yes.
let's try it. Yeah, I mean that's really close, man.
Especially if when you're gonna do a blend, you're not.
Oh
gonna
yeah,
see
yeah.
it.
You'll never see that. No way. You really can't catch it on the camera. Oh yeah.
I might do one more, and that's pretty. I mean,
Okay.
that's really splitting here.
It's- yeah.
So.
Yep. Yep. All right. Last shot.
Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah,
Yeah, even that last one was good.
yeah, it's definitely. Did you have the kids sign the paper? Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, you gotta go. Yep. Oh yeah. You can see it almost disappearing right away.
Yeah, I went here, but
Yeah, that still has the-
that still has pearl.
Yeah, so that's the difference. See,
Yeah.
if you do it like that, you
Yeah.
can still see it. This one you didn't see, but now this one you saw more, and that one that's one step more, but in the right spot. Now you don't even see
we
it.
did not send this area.
Right,
So this
right.
is your
That's the
good.
importance of prepping it before you take the color. So you
Yeah.
right there.
We can darken it a little bit.
Nah,
Yeah.
That's
Maybe
like
a touch. Maybe a touch.
super close right now. He's very particular. I mean, honestly, that's like close enough. You can't tell. You can't. It's right there. He's gonna give it one more. All right, last shot. That last one was good. Look at that. That's like super close. Yep. Oh yeah.
Off she goes.
All right, we're good to go.
That's it.
Beautiful. All right, let's go. We'll get this thing while the sun's still shining. All right, so you got the base layer, and then you got the second layer, which is the pearl. We got enough to do that. A little bit of glaze, and my wizard. And thank you so much for all your help. Appreciate it.
Thanks,
If you
John.
guys need anything, make sure you come and see him. Right, Andre?
I appreciate it.
A&D
Thank you.
Auto Body Supply. Check out the back of the shirt. Check that out. Watch out. Turn around. There you go, right there. Here's the phone number. 856-213-2554. All right? Appreciate him.
Thank you.
All right, so we're going to use this stinger. Basically, it's this, okay? It uses these little pins, and they get welded on, they get like tacked on there. And then, like so. Right? And then we're just gonna give it a little tug. In those spots. Making sure we're getting them in the right place. Right here. And then a couple right here. All right. You get something to pull on it. Normally there's like a slide hammer that you can use, right? If it's got a bigger ding, you can put the slide hammer on it and slide hammer it out, but I'm just trying to give it a little, just like that. Yep. Alright, and that took the crease out. Might have to put one more in between here. Oh yeah. That's it. Okay. And then So you could lay into them and melt them right in, but then you got to grind everything off. We just give them a little tack like this one. I think I went too hard with that one. Yeah. Yep, that one went too much. So I got to plug that. Alright, that's good. Do one more here and one more there. Just reuse one of these. There. There. Right. There. Nice. Okay. All right. Beautiful. So that's that step. And then we're just gonna grind them little imperfections down real quick. Skim it with some putty. Maybe with the 80 again. So we got to recreate this line here. Give this one more shot here. Gotta tap the little tiny high spots in and we're done. good to go. We mix some putty up. All right, so obviously the goal is to put as little putty on here as we can. So I'm just gonna cover this up so I don't get it all over everything. Figure that line out. All right, mix some putty up. All right, so we're using this, a little bit of hardener in it. And we're just gonna mix a little bit. The goal is to put as little as you can on it, or end up with as little as possible, that's for sure. So this is like really super fine stuff. Nice. So it'll be easy to sand and also won't leave any pinholes when you're ready. So cover them little holes up first. And then we'll give it a swipe. Yep, that's barely going to take anything. Like I said, the less we got to put on, the better. And we're going to put enough on it so we can get it nice and flat. Over here, we're going to put a little bit more because we're going to have to cut that down. And that's it. All right, my camera died, so I missed that part. But anyway, so we're using this. Very little, very fine. It's really runny, so it's real fine. So I put one skinny lick on it, all right, and I just scuffed it down again. And I'm just gonna fill those little spots in. Put a little bit right here and right here, so I get this line back, and that's it. I mean, that's all I sanded off. Very, very little. Oh, I missed that whole section of showing you, but you can see it's like super thin. We'll go back over it one more time. So this stuff is like really runny, but it's nice because it's smooth. I'm gonna put a little bit of hardener in it, and mix it up and put it on there again. All right, so back to this again. All right. So basically, like I said, this stuff is real runny, so I'm gonna mix it, but then I'm gonna let it sit for a second so it's not as runny, because I want it built up a little bit. But this is what you want if you don't want no pinholes and very little material. This is what you're looking for. So I'll let that sit up for a little bit, and then so I got a low spot here. I'm going to just put some this way and then just come this way like that. And then this line will, by sanding it flat here, bring it out this way and then sand it flat this way. give this a second more here. Other than that, it's gonna look good. So this low right down the center. I'm gonna fix all that next. This one shot's gonna take that up. And we should be good. Yeah. Just like that. Let it sit too long. But I got that. It might be just a hair low right there. I'll let that set up and then I'll sand it down again. Got hot out here quick, so we'll take care of that. All right, so nice and hard, ready to go. I'm just gonna put, this is 80 on a stick, all right? Because we're just trying to, there's no dip in it anymore, so we're just trying to clean the edges up. This is the important part, so I don't wanna go into here. So we're gonna stay with that. And you can see, ain't much coming off either, so. You can't use too fine a paper, okay? You use real fine paper, you're just going over everything, you're just smoothing the lumps out. You need something that's gonna cut. Fine paper you use later, when it's smooth and flat. So you can see, as long as you stay this way, right? That line starts to reappear, and then when I go this way, I stay flat with this, and the line stays there. But I'm gonna use guide coat in a minute. I'm just knocking the heavy stuff down. Try to stay in this spot here so we don't go over everything. That's looking good. And then we're going to put 2K primer over the whole thing and then block that out, so any of that little stuff will be gone. So now we just want to get this. And that stuff hardens on me real quick, so I got to put a little bit more right there. We're going to get this flat. Get a nice clean piece so it cuts good. I want to make sure it's cut. Let me go get a piece. right. Now you want to stay flat here and not cut in. All right. Yep. All right, so one more lick right there. So here. And all that's good. All right. Like that. And like that. Yep. I think we got it now. Yep. Pretty good. Let that harden up and give it a final sanding. All right. Good sandpaper makes a big difference. Now we're gonna knock this down one more time. All right. Still need a hair more right in the corner. Yep, it's a little tiny piece. All that looks good. That little, just right here and here. Yep. That's it. And get that roundish effect on it. Now we want to get this little line. It's very subtle, but it's there, so. Alright, I think we're good. Same thing, sand that down. And then we'll get the 2K primer out. Put a nice couple of coats of primer on it. And we'll hit it with some guide coat and block it out. Okie dokie. See if we can finish this thing up. Last time sanding, I hope. Alright. Get a nice clean piece of paper to go with it. Alright. Now you could tell it's making that round line. Yep. I can see that. Okay. This way. Good. That's it. Nice line. Clean up the edges. guess we're good. Okay. Tape it all back up. Clean all this off, blow it all out, tape it all back up, and get some primer on her. Alright, so I'm gonna mix up some primer. Oh, I gotta turn it on. There we go. So I got that all taped up. I'm going to use 2K primer. I'm going to mix it up. Got the hardener in there.
Just mixing up all the primer. It's gray, whitish gray,
Yeah,
the metallic in it.
Nope, no metallic.
No metallic. I meant
gray
primer.
It's called 2K primer. It's got hardener in it. So that's going to go in here. I'm not going to put any reducer in it at all. All right. And we're going to give it a light coat to start with. Make sure it looks good. Good. Yep, lines there, no problem. So, well, I'm going to put about 4 heavy coats of this on there, so I'm going to let that set up to get rid of all the scratches. And then we'll be able to hit it with the guide coat, block it out, and she'll be done. Alright, so you can see how it looks good, right? We got the line here like that. We're going to give it one more shot. We don't want to see no scratches, so. How's that? Beautiful. Okay. There we go. And then what we'll do is we'll actually give it one more, and that'll bury everything. Right now those are wrinkles, but I put it on heavy. But that'll dry up. We'll let it sit till tomorrow. We'll put some guide coat on it and then block it out. Make sure the line stays. We'll shape the line real good. Be good to go. All right. All right, so from this angle you can see the lines back. No more scratch lines, no more scratch marks. And it's nice and smooth. So, I'll let that sit till tomorrow. And I'll throw some guide coat on it. Block the edges down, block it flat. It'll be ready for paint. All right, well, so, you know, nice and dry. Keep that for later. Get all this off of here. And then we'll start sanding it down. All right. So now we're gonna move the tape back to the edge, on this edge, and cover that, and then I'm gonna hit it with some guide coat, so we know where. I'm gonna cover this hole up so we don't get nothing in there.
It looks like a diamond almost. It looks really cool, the shape that you painted.
This. Like that. And a piece right there. So, use this over. Put this in our paper. Piece down here. We don't want to get nothing on this. All right, and then now this whole panel has to get hit with 600 later. We're gonna do the whole panel because it's gotta go get re-cleared. But the line looks good.
The color looks cool, the primer.
So basically, we're gonna just like that. We'll let that set up so don't clog the paper up, and then we'll come back and sand it. So we've got the guide coat on there. I'm gonna use 600, and it's like a medium hard block. Okay. Now I'm gonna get the outline to make sure the line's good. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay. And then we gotta sand the whole thing down. So. Keep this clean. Alright. Alright, I'll be sanding this for a little while. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done.
Go.
Alright, so this part is done. Alright. Now I'm getting this part, and then that's it. So I just stay flat here. Don't go into that. All right.
I always try to keep the paper clean.
Yep, try to keep the paper clean. So you just keep rinsing it off so it don't clog the paper, or else it ain't doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, a little more. So we got that ready, and we're prepping the whole panel. All right, so this whole panel needs to be done so that the clear, you can't just paint this one spot. So this will get painted and blended in, but then you got to clear the whole panel where there's no edge. So, or at least till the smallest, you know, crossover edge. So I get all this sanded down with 600, knock all the shine off it. And when I sand it like this at least once, and then we'll rinse it off, let it dry, make sure I didn't miss anything. And then go over it again if we have to, which I'm sure I'm going to have to go over it once or twice. And then it'll be ready. Alright? Alright, so went over it a second time so you could see the difference. See, no shine all the way up. So now that's all done. See from this end too. So you see the difference where the line is. So that panel from here all the way to here is going to get taped off. And then it's got this ridge right here. We're going to cut it right down the center of that ridge. That little indentation there. And then we'll get it all done up. So now I'm going to tape it off, open the door, tape off the door from there, tape the glass off, tape the light off, tape the bumper off, tape the trim off, and be ready for some white paint. All right, we got that taped up all the way around. Got to make sure you cover all the black or the seam so it don't go in. Tuck it behind the light. So that's all the nice tight taping. Now everything else gets taped off with paper. All right, well, you can see why it starts getting expensive. So that's all taped up, and then you got the plastic to cover all the rest of the vehicle. All right, so a lot of material. So now that's all ready. We're gonna wipe it down with some Pre-Cleano wax remover. Can't talk with my lips. Wipe it down, let that flash over nice and dry, and then we'll mix up some of this white paint. All right, so get this going here. Got it all taped off. Paint mixed. I'll put it in. So this is the base coat. That. It's going to start darkening up the spot. So as you can see, that's a beautiful match right there. So there's one little nick here. I'm going to touch that up. And then I'm going to let that set for a little while, and then I'm going to dust it in and get it a little bit farther out so it blends it in. I'm going to let that set up for about 10 minutes or so. All right, let me give it another one. So up here, all I did was put a little dot. There's a chip in it, with a little nick in the paint in the corner, so just to make sure. I mean, we're going to clear it anyway, so I might as well make it nice. All right. That's it for that. So, see, covered nice. So all you want to do is cover. It's the base coat. As long as you don't see no primer on it, nothing, it's good to go. So we got all the little stuff along here. Now I'm gonna put the other color on it, and you notice I left this dangling like that. So it's got a hard line first, and then I left this. Because when we clear it, you don't want to see a line. All right, that's why that's like that. All right, let me let that set up for another 10 minutes. And then we'll get the pearl coat on it. The mid coat, they call it. All right, so we got the pearl mixed in here. Let's see if you see that. Pearl. Get it in the gun. And same thing, this is just gonna get misted on. All right. All right, so give it a little. That's all through. And that's it. That's how it's done. We're gonna let that set up for a little while, and then we'll just clear the whole thing. All right, so we're getting ready to clear it. So this is what we're using for the clear. Same thing, 2-part with a hardener in it. You put a little reducer in that. That looks good. So I'm gonna mix this up and put a couple coats on. All right, so we got this mixed up here. for that. Mask on. Before I do that, I'm just gonna make sure there's no dust or nothing on there. Blow that off. Alright, we're ready. Alright. There we go. So we'll let that tack up. Let it tack up for about 3-4 minutes or something. And then we'll go over it one more time. This clear lays down real nice. You can start seeing, so you can see the reflection of the light has just a little bit of orange peel in it, but that's because I didn't lay enough on there yet. All right, give it a minute. All right, so about 5 minutes, packed up real good. So it's about 72 degrees in here. Looks good. No dry spot, we're good to go. Looks real good. So you see at the top, I just feathered that in. So there's not going to be no hard line there. And then when we unmask it, even if there is a little bit, you can always knock it down, nib it down with like 1,000 grit paper. But this won't even have to be cut or buffed or nothing. It'll lay down real nice. So I really like using this clear, the Wanda clear. Goes on real nice. Not a lot of wasted material. 2 coats, you saw what I did. One a little bit dry just to get it wet on there and try to get it tacked up. And then one I slowed down with the spraying and overlapped, about 50% overlap. And it looks good. It'll start to lay down Just smooth right out. So that's it for that. So I'm gonna let that sit till tomorrow. I'm not gonna touch nothing. Just keeping an eye on. I'm gonna shut the lights off so we don't have any kamikaze bugs jumping in there right now. And we're good. We'll finish this up tomorrow. Just show you real quick. So nice shine to it. Bodywork looks good. And the paint match is awesome. So thanks over at Andre A&D Auto Body for a great matchup again. It's nice when you don't have to worry about the color. All right, so tomorrow we'll be unmasking it and cleaning it all up and wash the rest of the truck. And we'll get it out of here. All right, so back at this thing. So I came in this morning. It just had a little bit of dust on it. So I took 2500 paper, wet it down, and just went over it real quick, just scuffing it like, you know, just giving it a nice scuff down and get all the little dust nibs off it. You can, well, they're gone now, but you can hear them when you go over it, just little tick, 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 tick coming off. So we're good. All right. And then we'll wash it down. I'll polish it with some compound. We're good to go. All right. On this step, I'm gonna use some of this stuff here. Pad off. you get the idea. It's coming out good. I'm gonna do the rest of it and button this up. All right, so we got it out here. We got it all washed up, chamoised off. I'm gonna sit out here and dry for a little while. But we're all done. Came out nice. Beautiful match. All right, thanks to A&D Auto Body Supply again. If you need anything paint-wise, give them a shout. Let us know what we can help you with. All right. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you on the next one.